Okay, listen. Steinbeck is one of my favorite writers. Okay. Out of the big four, the big four being Hemingway, Faulkner, Fitzgerald, and Steinbeck. I prefer Steinbeck and Fitzgerald. Okay. Faulkner and Hemingway are, in a way, minimalists, which isn't a bad thing, but their writing, it's not that interesting to me, especially Faulkner. Faulkner is difficult to tolerate in a way. But here we have Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. Now listen, I get what this story was trying to do. I get what the author was attempting to convey here, and he does it. This is yet another case of the book and the writer just doing their job. That's it. There's nothing here that speaks to me above this level of just here's the story, here are the characters, you read it, move on. This will not haunt me. Maybe, of course, maybe the ending of this. I'm sure you've watched the movie as well. I'm sure the ending is a bit of a shocker, but what did you expect was going to happen with this guy, right? And of course, you get the symbolism, the metaphors, yada yada. Listen, society will never tolerate freaks for that long, okay? And even if they have illnesses, mental illnesses, or whatever, if they go beyond a certain limit, they just gotta be taken out. Simple as that. Once you have a rabid dog, you put him out. That's just how it is. And this little story here is, of course, a classic of Mice and Men. And, I get it. This is an example of I get it why this is a classic. I really do. But at the same time, listen, there's really not a lot that is impressive in this one. And listen, I love Steinbeck. I love Steinbeck. But I don't get why this story is so regarded as phenomenal. Um, the writing is all right. The characters, the two characters, I forgot their names. You know, let's just call him the dumb one and the guy who wants the farm where he wants to eat steaks. These poor people is like, can you imagine what it was like back then? Where this guy, his only dream is to have his own farm and to work on his farm and to have steaks. And it's like, yeah, sure, bro, you can dream about your steaks. Um, the writing is all right. The characters are all right. The story, fine, fine. It's a bit weird in places. The story is weird, especially because of the dumb one with the mice and the rabbits and the that that scene. Yikes! Where he just wants to caress the girl and snaps her neck like a twig. I'm like, yikes! You know. And it's no wonder this ends the way it ends because I mean, what did you expect? And it's a tragedy, but early on you can immediately, if you're attentive, you immediately can pick up these little clues that this is not going to end well because of the big dumb one with the mice. It's like, bro, I get it. You're a kind, and I'm talking about the other one here. The dumb one's caretaker. Listen, I get it that you're a compassionate guy and you want to help this guy and you want to protect him, and because he doesn't know any better. Of course, he doesn't know any better, but it's like there has to be a limit here. It's like this guy, he's not right in the head, all right, and of course, there's no specialized treatment for these kind of people at that time. It's like another A good example is One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, where allegedly there all of these institutions, they're scientifically created to help these people, but they do the opposite. All right, but this guy, he doesn't get any help. He There is no help for him. No one can help him, and of course, no one really can understand him because no one gets that this is a sort of illness. They just view it as, he's the big dumb guy. Something's wrong in his head, and that's pretty much it. Um, I do recommend it. Because listen, there is nothing special or extraordinary or impressive about this story. It just does what it sets out to do. It fulfills its goals of just telling the story that's sad and depressing, and it's a tragedy almost. But will it haunt me, and will my mind just keep remembering this story? No, because it isn't a shocker to me, right? Maybe that I'm not easily shaken, but I get it. I get it. It does its job, and maybe that's enough for some people, right? Maybe just doing your job is enough for some people, some readers, some writers, but to me, listen, I just want to not only read something that is superb, but I also want to write something that is out of the ordinary, excellent if you want, right? And this doesn't do that to me. But keep on looking around, and maybe you will find a book like that will leave an imprint for the rest of your life, because these books are rare, and I got a couple of them, and they will not leave me. That's how good they are. And I wish you luck. I hope you find your special books.